And this is Uptick Talk, episode 8, and today we've got Neil Neoni on, joining us from Zimbabwe. Neil, thanks for being on the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm fine. I'm hyped.
Nice, nice, awesome,
Thanks
man.
for having me. Thanks for
Did
having
you
me.
did you create
Yeah,
anything today? Have you been making some art today or recently?
I got a few projects that I'm currently working on, so I haven't really finished them, but maybe soon. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, it seems like you quite sort of specialize in as far as I know, girls, lots of tattoos, things like that. You seems like you use an XP pen tablet, is that right?
Of course, yes. That's totally right. That's it. That's it right there. Yeah, I love tattoos. I love summer girls, and you didn't mention ball girls. Like I don't really I'm not into drawing hair, so like I like my characters bald. I found
Mm-hmm.
like there isn't really that much of a representative of bald women. So I thought like, hey, maybe let me just draw bald girls instead. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, why not? It's good. It's
why
cool.
not? It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, so
yeah.
I picked up an XP Pen tablet maybe 2 years ago, but I never really, stuck with it, figured out how to use the brushes and that. What model do you have and what software do you use to create your art?
I've got an XP Pen. Is it 15? XP Pen 15.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a small one, right? Relatively small, but it's good. It's good. It's good. And I use Clip Studio Paint, to draw, you know,
Yep.
or to do all my paintings. So yeah, I
Awesome, man.
used to do Photoshop. Then I left Photoshop a while ago. Then I transitioned into Clip Studio Paint, and it's been really great. I've been making my paintings there, and it's easy, it's fun, it's doable. It's not bad.
Nice. And you're self-taught?
I'm self-taught. Yeah, yeah. I didn't really
Yeah.
go to school. Like it's the talent, plus the hard work, plus the dedication, all of that, like in one giant ball of with one goal to to produce what I love. So there's not much, but yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. And you're in Zimbabwe. Are you in the countryside or are you in the city or what's your scene like there? What's the atmosphere like where you
Oh,
live?
I'm in the city. I'm in the city. It's a nice place. I'm in the city of Mutare, and it's really uh it's hot, as I said before. It's cool too. Yeah, it's a good vibe. It's not bad at all. So yeah,
Nice, nice. And your name on Uptick is Moonredark. You said that's your Instagram
yeah,
name. What's the
that's my
significance
Instagram.
there? Is it
What?
Redark or what does it come from? What is it Redark or
You
Red
know,
Arc?
it just maybe I'll say just wordplay. I just I just played around with words. I just wanted to find something unique. So I just like moon red duck art. Yeah, I just stuck with it. So I don't really you know I'll say that it has a meaning. I just put it there.
Yeah,
Just a little wordplay.
sure, man. It's cool. I like it.
Sure.
I like it. What do you
Thank you
think
very much.
about NFTs? You think that's the future? Things are going to switch over, or there's going to be digital and analog, two separate scenes for forever?
I don't know. I mean, I would say NFTs are still the future, man. Yeah, I think NFTs are still the future. I don't know. Maybe 10 years from now there'll be a new thing. These days technology is moving really fast, but I think for now NFTs is the goal, man. Is the future.
Mm-hmm.
People buying, selling, yeah, art, digital art, and now we got AI art, but you know, but I think the bigger market will be NFTs for the time being. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really see a future where NFTs will be overthrown, but it'll be interesting to see what happens next. After NFTs,
Yeah, the world's always changing. Have you been on any
the
other
world's
platforms? Do you put stuff on OpenSea or any other platforms?
funny story. Like when NFTs were still rolling out, I don't really remember what platform I used back then, but I did an NFT. It
Mm-hmm.
didn't really sell much because it was back then it was all about the money, right? So I was seeing these people making loads of insanely huge amounts of money, and I thought maybe if I do something, just a ridiculous idea anyway. But I thought
Yeah.
if I do something, I would just make a quick buck. But yeah, it was back then. I wouldn't really know what platform I used or the password or whatever. But I think Uptick is actually my official first NFT platform I've ever used since. I think it is Uptick is really cool. Like it's good, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I was invited, right? So I think the way they're it's a good, like it's a very comfortable space, you know, you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's easy to join, and I was really taught how to, you know, how to wave my way through, how to sell my art and all that stuff. And I really find it enjoyable when I'm just, you know, posting out there. You know, it's simple. Of course,
Yep.
it has to be simple. It's super simple. Just do the meeting and all. And I think for now it's really good. I don't know. I don't know what next show you guys gonna come up with, but I think for now it's really good.
Nice.
It's a good start.
I'm glad you're happy with it. Yeah.
I'm so hyped then.
What
Yeah.
about promotion? Do you promote yourself or your work like on social media, or you just kind of put it on the marketplace and see what happens? How do you get the word out about yourself?
Oh, when I was starting out, I was just, you know, just putting out there and see how what happens. But you know, when you're doing art, you just really, you gotta realize that for art to be out there, for us, for, you know, for people to see what you got, you have to push your art forward. Like you have to push your art hard. So
Definitely.
yeah, I started drawing, just sending people, you know, drawing people, painting, doing paintings for people for free. You know, just, you know, for return, they just post my stuff on their pages. And
Mm-hmm.
it just helped me a lot since, you know, it's been really good. You know, I mean, mine has the hard work, but hey, there's no, everything needs hard work. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really I'm really enjoying it.
Nice, nice. How consistent are you? You're always making stuff, or it kind of comes and goes?
Mm, I'll say I'm always making stuff. See,
Yeah.
because but but my timing's bad. I'm really slow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really slow, and it's one of those setbacks that I need to deal with. You know, so because I in digital art you need to be fast. That's what I learned. You need to be fast, very fast and consistent. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying my best to push my art forward. So you need to be fast and you have good quality. So fast and good quality. So you have the both. So either you must have fast, you must be fast, good quality, you know, consistent and all that. So I'm trying to, you know, to make sure that I got all three, you know,
Yeah.
so that my act is like, yeah,
Yeah. It's easier said than done. What's the story with the
yeah.
tattoos? Have you got a lot of tattoos, or you know when you were a kid you saw some movies and you fell in love with tattoos, or what's the story?
I mean, I always have loved, I was always have loved tattoos. Like I think tattoos are great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have tattoos myself. Like so, you know, maybe later, maybe
Yeah.
later. I just see tattoos as art in art. Just another way of just putting in art. Like you know, second art. You know, second art style. You just use it as tattoos. You know what I mean? So yeah, and yeah, and of course I used to watch movies and stuff. You know, watch people with a lot of heavy tattoos. I follow people on Instagram with tattoos. Yeah, you know, I think tattoos are cool, great. You know, in a very expressive.
Yeah,
Expressive form of art.
for sure, for sure. I don't have any either, but no, I was a kid
Why
when I was a
not?
kid. Well, to be honest, in Japan, if you have tattoos, it kind of prevents you from doing some things. It's only the mafia that has tattoos, really,
Oh,
in Japan. Yeah, yeah. And they have these bathhouses called onsens, like some sort of, public hot spring where you go in without any clothes on. Men and women are
yeah.
separate. But if you have tattoos, you got to like cover them up with band-aids or they won't let you in. Like they don't want,
Ah,
yeah.
damn, that's awful.
Yeah, but I know
That's
I'm from
awful.
originally from Canada, and it seems like, year by year, people are getting more and more tattoos. It's
Yeah, the
becoming popular.
Canadian states in USA,
Yeah,
people,
you see the
very,
basketball
yeah,
players and that they're covered.
yeah,
Yeah, interesting,
yeah, yeah,
interesting. So
yeah,
what else?
yeah.
What else are you interested in other than tattoos and NFTs and art? Have you got some other hobbies and interests?
If you're still not, I'll say spray painting. I'm not really good at it, but I'm trying my best, to be broad about it, to be really good at it,
Mm-hmm.
spray painting, wall painting and stuff. I'm trying, I see a lot of people on social media, on YouTube, like who inspire me. Like, it's a cool kind of type of art, spray painting walls and stuff. But I'm getting the hang of it, for the time being. But I really don't have something that is really, genuinely good, because at the moment I'm really focusing on digital painting.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe later on when I have enough money, I get my supplies and start painting walls. You know, yeah,
And you were,
and video,
what's
yeah.
that? Yeah,
I
and
was gonna say video games too. I'm into video games too.
I see. I see. What kind of video games? What are you playing now?
Right now, uh, right now I'm not playing anything, but I used to play FIFA. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought
Cool.
my console, so yeah. Mortal
Nice, man.
Kombat,
Mm-hmm.
Need for Speed, yeah. Call of Duty,
Okay. Cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Variety. They're very popular.
yeah, right,
I'm
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
bit older than you. Back in the day, I was, playing Mario Brothers. I can handle like A and B up and down, but now my kids, they're playing Fortnite, and it's like, it gives me a headache, all the different buttons.
Fortnite, Apex, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
advanced. Well, you've always been making art, like even back in elementary school, or is this kind of a new thing? Or the digital art's relatively new for you?
Uh, Man, I've been an artist since elementary school, bro. I've come a long way. I've been drawing since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Used
Mm-hmm.
to do little doodles. Little paintings when I was a kid. First grade, second grade. I remember one time my teacher like gave me this task to to paint this big aeroplane on an orange canvas. And
Mm.
it was great. Then in high school, I did art classes. You know, but it
Yeah.
was in high school. It wasn't really the focus because we had other subjects. So it was more like a part-time thing. But it was really great. It was really great. I had a wonderful teacher. He's pushed us forward to do our best, and there was competition. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was great.
Hmm. Hmm. That's good. Just started looking at your work on Uptick here. It's really interesting. Sometimes there's hair, right? You said usually it's half and half, sometimes hair, sometimes no hair.
Yeah, but like before I was into hair and stuff, but I realized that my art style can revolve around no hair,
Mm-hmm.
because I found hair to be boring, in in a big task, So I thought maybe like let me just make it more cooler, no hair, bald, and leave it like that, and
Yeah.
adding lots and lots of tattoos. Yeah,
More space for tattoos. That's good.
more special tattoos, exactly.
Have you been to Japan?
No, sir, I've not been to Japan, but I
Yeah.
love to one time. I
Mm.
love to come one time.
Yeah, it's a different world. It is
It's
a
a
different
different one,
world
huh?
over here. Yeah. I haven't been
It's
to
crazy.
yeah. I
Yeah.
went to I went to Northern Africa. I've been to Morocco and Egypt, but I haven't been to the rest. But it must be amazing. There's a lot of animals there and
Uh,
stuff, or what's it like?
it's it's pretty modern, bro. Like not much.
Yeah, just another
It's pretty
city.
modern. Big cities, the countrysides. We don't have zoos, but we got reserves. Like like big landscapes. Large patches of land for wild animals. Fenced, of course, because
Mm-hmm.
you really want the lion to be like roaming freely. But yeah, it's nice, it's calm, it's peaceful. I'll say it's pretty peaceful.
Mm, that's good.
Yeah,
Peaceful's good.
it's good.
Huh.
Yeah, peaceful is good. Peaceful is good.
You list everything in Atom, or you've tried Iris, or you've got some history with Atom?
Yeah, the funny story is when I was invited, like the guy who told actually I say uh I really don't have like much information about uh, on atoms and on iris.
Yeah.
So he told me to to use atoms instead of iris, and I've been doing that since. So yeah,
Nice. Nice. Do you have a Twitter account too, or are you just on Instagram?
I do have a Twitter account, but I mostly use Instagram.
I see.
Twitter's a bit difficult. Danish
It
again.
takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. Yeah.
It does, it really does. Yeah.
It'd be good to see some of your earlier work somehow, like you could see, even though it's maybe very basic, but the elementary school stuff, and people could see the progression. Because I had a look at this earlier and everything looks fairly, fairly modern.
I-
Some of these are
yeah, true.
older, or these are all relatively
I
new.
think that's the last one, the bottom one from 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
2021 or 2020, I'm not sure. But yeah, I do have digital stuff, and if you're interested, I'll take photos and post them for you.
Okay,
I
that'd be
just I
cool.
just I just yeah, I just started with digital. Then I really didn't do I really didn't have time to post my traditional stuff, but I do have them.
Mm-hmm. Are there any
Yeah.
artists or influencers that you like?
I don't really take names, but if you check my following, there's some pretty good artists that I follow that are really really inspire me to become more. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, this guy is he's really really good.
Oh
He's
wow.
really really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. He's very inspirational.
So one day, do you want to be doing stuff for video games? This kind of looks like video game stuff. Is that is that something you have in the back of your mind? You might, when you get to that level, you might want to make images for video games, or not so much.
Man, the plans was to get bigger, to go big, to go big. So video games, animation, as long as they are concept, the goal is always to go big. So yeah, I wouldn't really mind to be doing video games or animation or magazines, as long as it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Nice, nice. Hey, what's something you've learned recently, either about making art or technology or
I'm competing with myself every day, so it's more like a bigger focus on me, on what I'm doing. So I won't say I'm learning anything unless maybe I come upon an article, that says something,
hmm
and I've been reading about AI art, so far, that's what I,
have you
that's what
played
I,
with
that's
it?
what,
Have you had a go at it?
no,
No.
no, no, it's better to get good with what you got, to be really good with what you got, to perfect, to hone your skills. So if I jump to AI, it's like jumping like to chasing like everything that comes your way. So for now, just stick with what I'm good at.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes
that makes
sense.
sense, right?
Yeah. I haven't
Yeah,
actually created anything, but I had an interview like this, and someone was showing me how it's done, and it is quite interesting. But yeah, there's always something to learn.
something
Cool,
to
man.
learn every day.
Yeah,
Something to learn every day. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And you're just 23 years old, right?
2024 this year.
Yeah, that's 23.
Yeah,
Wow. So you got a bright
yeah.
future ahead of you. That's great.
I hope so, man. Everything's hard work. Everything's hard work, dedication. Just put your all in one box and push that box forward, move forward, don't stop. You know, face every challenge. Yeah. Well, I mean, basically that's life, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cool. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or things you want people to
Uh,
know about you?
I also do storytelling. I used to when I was a kid. I was always wanted to write books or write scripts.
Uh-huh,
And
uh-huh.
I've written a few and a little bit of bookwork, but I really didn't finish any of it. Because I was just a kid. I
Yeah.
was just playing around with words. Yeah.
What kind of stories? Like
So
mystery stuff, or
yeah, I'm into action crazy stuff. I was thought about creating my own video games. When you're a kid, you always have this wild extreme dreams. So I was thought about creating stories for video games, and I always wanted to make a. Have you seen the movie Death Race?
Death Race?
You
I don't.
familiar? Death
No, I
Race,
don't.
yeah, familiar with Death Race?
No,
No, no,
no.
no. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't
Come
watch.
on,
I
man.
don't watch a lot of movies. I'm a pretty Yeah.
It's an
No.
old movie. It's an old movie. I
Who's
mean,
in it? Who's in it? Is it Brad Pitt or
let's see, who's it? This bad guy. He was on Fast and Furious, looking
okay?
sharp, ups and sharp,
Yeah, I've
ups and
never
sharp.
watched a Fast and the Furious. Let me pull it up here. See
What?
if I,
What?
yeah, sorry, man. I think it was a different generation. I guess everybody's seen Fast and the Furious. What's it? Death Race? Death.
Death Race, yeah.
Here we go. 2008. Pretty recent.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got just a Statham in it. Yeah, exactly. This bald guy.
Okay. I haven't seen
Yeah.
this. No.
Yes.
I
Yes.
came, there's a few things. I came to Japan when I was what's it, like in 2000. And over here, sometimes the movies have, different names since they change the title and that. And I'm kind of out of the loop. I don't really know what the rest of the world's doing. But
For
this
real?
act is, what's that?
What?
What did you
I
think?
thought Japan was I thought Japan was really cool. Like one of the most advanced countries in the world.
It's
You
cool and
got
it's advanced, but like sometimes, at least in the past, the movies would come out 6 months later, and sometimes they'd change the title because it would be easier for the Japanese market to wrap their head around. And the movies here, they cost like, I never go to the movies because it's like 25 bucks a ticket, and I've got a family of four, so I don't want to spend $100 to see a movie, when I can just watch something from Amazon Prime. So it's advanced, but yeah, just movies aren't that big. But anyway, you wanted to make a story like this Death Race movie?
a video game, yeah, but instead of see, like,
Mad
if I'm
Max
learning
kind
Need
of
for
thing?
Speed, right?
Yep, yep,
Now, if I'm learning for Speed, right?
yep.
I thought about, you know, the title was always what was the title? I wanted to mesh Death Race and Need for Speed into one giant video game, right? You know,
Mm.
where are you familiar with Blur? A video game called Blur.
No, I
It
don't do
really didn't.
video games either. Just Mario
Uh,
Brothers. I know Street Fighter, Fortnite.
okay. Blur is relatively like a watered down version of Death Race.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really do well in the market, but it really is good. It's
Mm.
really good. So I thought I'll mesh up Death Race and Need for Speed and create this insane death match race kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where yeah, R-rated. It was what did I call it? Man, I'm forgetting the title. But it was insane. I didn't really write the story about it on it, but yeah, I just I got titles. So yeah,
Yeah, it's good. I think it's just based on this image here. There's guns on the cars. They're fighting, kind of battling out. It looks, Mad Max, right? Kind of looks like that.
Mad Max. Yeah,
Mad Max.
yeah,
Yeah, sort of thing.
yeah. I know Mad Max. Yeah. You should watch it though. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's on
Nah,
Amazon Prime, so I could watch it tonight, maybe.
you can stream it. Do
Yeah,
it, man. It's great. It's great. Yeah,
cool,
and
man.
now I'm into superhero movies. You
Super
watch
what?
those superhero
What?
movies,
Superhero?
comic book
Okay.
movies?
Yeah, yeah. I
Are you
don't.
familiar?
Yeah, I'm familiar, but I don't watch them. I don't watch
Yeah.
movies in general, but the superhero movies, I never really got into it. I'm kind of like this super logical, don't like fantasy, don't like other things. But they were super popular. Who's your favorite superhero? Is it a Spider-Man, or are you into the Marvel stuff?
I was thinking Marvel's for kids. I'm into DC. DC, I think this is really good. This is
Uh-huh.
for grown-ups.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
So,
I was just trying to remember some of the names. So who's in DC? Is that like
have you seen Zack Snyder's Justice League?
no,
No,
no.
you should. You should definitely watch that. It's great. It's awesome. It's very logic in some way. I'll say, in a
Uh-huh.
very grown up way. If
Okay.
I'm gonna put it,
Can you say
yeah.
the
But
name
it's
again?
really
You said Justice League? What was the first part?
it's Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Zack Snyder. Okay. I'll keep it in
Zack
mind.
Snyder. Yeah,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
It's a great movie. It's a really good watch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I guess everyone watches Netflix there. We don't have Netflix. I mean, it's available, but we don't watch it. But yeah, I'm kind of out of the loop. You have Netflix? Is that how you watch a lot of movies?
Sometimes it just yeah. Netflix works here too.
Yeah, yeah.
There are sites where you just can, just download a movie, just pop a
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
easy sites. Just go search a movie and just download it just like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
easy peasy, easy peasy. Not a hard thing to do.
Maybe I don't have time too. Like I have like 4 different jobs and I've got 2 kids and I don't have time for that. In my time when I do, have a few minutes to myself, usually I just listen to YouTube, like when I'm walking from somewhere to somewhere. But the rest of the time I'm slammed. I don't have time for much. But tonight I've got a bit of
Fortune.
time.
Okay, Fortune, what do you do?
I teach English at a junior high school in the day, and then I teach English at like a conversation school at night. And I also do that at the conversation school on Sunday. So I got 10 lessons tomorrow. And I do these videos and I do have some private students, do some other stuff. And then I got the family too. It's pretty full on. Sometimes there's breaks, like winter break, I had about 3 weeks off. That was good. And summer vacation, I get time off, but the rest of the time it's just nonstop. So it's easy work and I don't mind it, but no time for anything else. You got a lot of free
Yeah,
time, or what's your schedule like?
I'm always making art. It's
Yeah.
my that's my life. Art is actually my life. And being creative is crazy. It's not easy. Creativity is not easy. It's one of the most difficult things to do. Coming up with new stuff, applying lighting, shading techniques.
Mm,
It's like trying to make a new movie.
mm,
Because I'm not actually that much of a professional. See, because some things are still I'm still facing challenges with some things.
mm-hmm,
Trying to visualize what is in my head and put it on paper. It's much easier than said than done. So
mm,
yeah, but it's mostly making art. That's where my money is gonna come from. It should
yeah.
come from. Yeah, yeah.
I think
What about you? What?
I have some other accounts within Uptick where I don't use my name because I don't want to be associated in case it becomes like in case my art or what I'm doing, flops. But I do have some other. I wanted to make like 100 different trading cards, and it was kind of based on like the pandemic stuff, the major players in that, and then I had this plan. There'd be like 4 different cards, 100 cards in total, but 4 different versions, and then yeah, I got up to like card 28, and then I was like, yeah, it took a lot of time, my
It
stuff wasn't
does.
super sophisticated, but it was like a couple hours every day. I told you my schedule. I only have like an hour to myself. Then I go to sleep and wake up at 5:30 the next day. I don't really want to be
Mm.
messing around on my computer, from 10 to 11:30. So yeah, it's on the back burner, but hopefully I do want to finish that at some point. I'm not super creative. I like editing movies, and I have that tablet I kind of want to play with, but I just don't have a lot of time. I
I
think
hear you, man.
you'd benefit. I think if you, and it would take time, but if you had some sort of blog or you posted like more often on Instagram, like this is what I'm doing now, and people could hear your voice and could like kind of see work in progress. That might really help people understand who you are. Have you thought about that,
I
or?
I've really thought about that. I'm working on it. Like I said before, I'm still honing my skills.
Yeah.
Till I know, till I know that I'm really like I've really perfected everything. And I start like breaking everything down into smaller segments. That are more consumable to the audience. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on that. At
That's
some
good.
point, yeah,
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 it'd be awesome.
it
Cool,
would
man.
be great. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we'll wrap her up there. Thanks a lot for being on, and
Uh,
hopefully I can
appreciate it,
talk
man. I
again in the
appreciate
future.
it.
Yeah. Best of luck.
Thank you, man. Thank you.